Hey, in this video, we're going to take a look at this product called Emojics. It's a fun way, it's an interactive way to gather feedback from your users on both your websites, your apps, as well as your emails. So stay tuned for this one. Hey, this is David Ferguson with Tech Smart Boss here with another video. Today, we're going to talk about this software called Emojics. Emojics.com. And it's a feedback tool. I've been talking about a lot about feedback these days. In fact, if you go out to episode 88 of the podcast, I explain the importance of it and how you should use it in your business and a whole lot of other great reasons like that. I've talked about Feedier recently. We've talked about a lot of them. Just go check out the YouTube channel. You'll see some of our videos. Well, what intrigues me about Emojics is that it's a fun way to get feedback, and that's one of the challenges with getting customer feedback. Is it's got to be something engaging. It's got to be something new, something they want to do, and you can kind of see on the screen here that they talk about an engaging way to get feedback. They've got little emoticons, emojics here that you can kind of give your rating on different things. Now, what I like about this is based on which of these emoticons you pick. If you say you're unhappy about something or you like something, then you can build campaigns around this to take them to other pages and take them to other actions to actually try to solve the problem. So it's not just people giving you feedback, but then you can react to that feedback. The other thing I like, and because honestly, there's a whole bunch of pop ups on our website these days. I mean, we probably have something on our right side of our website, like a chat widget like this. We probably have something on the left side already. So it's kind of difficult to add these things to every aspect of our page. But they've got a nice inline widget. And these are things that you can put in the emails, you put in newsletters, you can put on specific web pages like your knowledge articles and your support pages so that people can give you feedback on that. And then they got what looks like on the website here is a really nice dashboard where you can kind of take action on all these feedback, all this feedback. So let's go ahead and sign up and take a look inside. I'm going to set up a brand new account here. Well, before I do that, I always like to look at pricing. They got a free plan, so that's great. It's really a generous free plan, up to 20,000 monthly visitors on your website. Only one site, which is fine, and basic things here. Looks like a lot of their really cool things when you get into branding removal, when you get into some of the campaigns that I talked about, advanced widget customizations, then you get into the pro and the growth, which are still both really reasonable. So this is not a badly priced piece of software if you set it up right and get the objective that you're trying to get. So let's go ahead and sign up. Okay, it says thanks for your interest. You will be redirected shortly. Okay, that's nice. Takes me right into a nicely styled onboarding here. Let's go ahead and put in our information. And I'm going to put in Tech Smart Boss and give it a password. And this is nice. They're getting some feedback. How did you hear about them? I'll just say word of mouth. Next. Okay, so it looks like right off the bat, they're letting you set up either a floating or an inline widget. So that's the two that I talked about. You can see here, inline gives you a nice look how that shows at the bottom, and on the floating, that does one. Let's do a floater. Now normally I would do the inline, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to do a floating one. You can customize. This is part of the onboarding. You're setting up a widget right away, so that's a nice touch. I'm going to leave the defaults for the most part here. What do you think about our service? So you see your title, your subtitle, and then you have the ability to select a reaction set. And I think if on that page you can customize these you want. So I can pick that or I can pick that. I'm a classic kind of dude, so I'm going to stick with the classic. You can pick your location, bottom right or bottom left. Bottom left I think is a better place for this. And then you've got, so let's see what a small one looks like. So that's small and that's default. Let's go to default. All right, next. Up, I do have to guess. So I thought it was how would you rate us? Tell me if you like this or not. I'm just gonna put something crazy. All right, let's try that again. All right, so now I need to verify site ownership. So I've got to, of course, put something on the WordPress side. Let's just take a look before we get there at what we've got going on here. Set widget. All right, so this is the code to put it on. This is the inline instructions and the floating. I can send it to a developer, but what I'm going to do, I bet you they have a WordPress plugin. They do, which is nice. That makes it really simple. Zapier integration beta, but that's good. I love Zapier, and if you're getting feedback, you can bring all that together. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this code and I'm just going to put it right on my WordPress site. Now, I would normally say go ahead and do the plugin, of course, but you know how I do in these videos. I just go straight into, oh, you know what? I turned off the editor on here. So just for the purpose of the video, I will do the download of the WordPress plugin just to keep this moving. A little security thing, I enabled WebARX to kind of improve the security. I did a video on WebARX, so you can go and check that video out as well. But what that did is I had some settings in here where I can turn off things like editor and some things like that, and I did those. It's easy to turn back on, but for now I'll just do the plugin. And let's go out and pick out that one that we downloaded. Here we go. Plugin is probably going to be a lot simpler and might have some other features that would be nice to take a look at. So let's activate this plugin and see if it's going to require me to, let's go find it. Okay, there it is. Let's see, there it goes, Emojics. Somehow we're going to have to put an API key or something in here, I know. Okay, we just have to log in, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and register. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is signing up for free. Do you already have an account? Yes. Okay, API key, that's what I thought. Okay, I saw that setting, so let me go back here. I'll fuzz this out so that you can't see it. But I got a nice long API key now. And let's go ahead and pop that in there and authenticate that. And there it is. Perfect. All right, so now it pulled in the widget that I already created. And let's take a look at what I can do here. Uh, I can customize some options if I upgrade. So I'm on the free trial, which gives me the free access now, so I don't have the ability to do that yet. I can pick my read. This is all the same stuff we saw before. Show brand now. I'm pretty sure I had to, yeah, you have to upgrade to turn that off. Exclude URLs. That's nice that they let you do that in the free plan. And let's go ahead and save this, update it, and let's take a look and see if this is on my website now. That was pretty fast, if so. So I didn't exclude any pages or anything like that. Let's take a look. I might have to go back into the dashboard and validate some things. Let's see. Okay, it took me a second to figure this out, but the WordPress plugin is going to turn on the inline, not the floating one. So I was surprised when I went out to, for example, an actual blog post. Let's go out to a blog post, and I scroll to the bottom. Let's go to, you'll see, boom, there it is. They actually put that there. In order to get the floating one, I've got to come back over here and grab the little snippet of code associated with the floating code, and I do have to go in and edit my WordPress to do that. So let's do that. I actually went into WebARX and turned it off so I could edit my appearance to make this simple. So there is a little bit of that, so I'm going to paste that in, update that file, and now I should have my floating. Now I put this in my footer. If you wanted this to go on a specific file, you would put it there. Actually, what I would recommend is probably in Google Tag Manager. Look for our video on Google Tag Manager. You would set it up there, and you can put it on the specific pages that you would want to. But let's refresh this. Let's see if it'll show both the inline and the floating at the same time. There's our floater. And that's very nice. It was smart enough at that point not to put the inline in place on this page. That's very nice. I like that. So there's the floater. That's what we set up. Now this is what's really cool about this software. Now I haven't set anything up yet, but if I were angry, for example, and I click angry, it'll just say thank you now. I just put a simple thank you message. on there. So I'm not happy if I go to my dashboard. I've got some angry signs probably popping up. But if you go to campaigns, you can actually set campaigns for the various clicks on these items. So, for example, let's say this was an angry campaign or something like that. You can see I could ask for an email address. I could do a social share. That's if they like you. I can let them give me a comment, post a message, do all sorts of things like that. So, for example, I could say thanks for giving me feedback, and have that there. Let's see what else I can do here. Let's look at lead email. So I can subscribe to that. Direct link, point them somewhere. So there's all sorts of campaign kind of setups that you can do on this. And let me actually go back to that set campaign area. There we go. So you'll see you can set the campaign based on the one that they click on. Let's see if there's any. Yeah. So that's nice. I like that. That's pretty. So this would be thanks for giving us feet. So I could just give them a message, which I would say if they were angry, I want them to give us a comment and have them tell us something about why they were angry, or I would send them to a link to invite them to do maybe an additional survey or feedback from that perspective. Let's take a look at the dashboard. You'll see that if you're on the free plan, that you can't see real time. You can definitely get an idea of how many angry and like over a time period, which is nice. Again, these going to be unlocked by upgrading. Let's take a look at pages. I think that one, yeah, that's going to be one that you upgrade to. Let's look at the emails one because as you see, this is beta. This is new. This is what actually triggered me to want to take a look at this product because it's a great way to put in your footer of your support emails and things like that to get feedback. And let's create our first one and see how that looks. So yeah, it's going to be right in line on your email. Let's see, they got newsletter support, transactional emails, promotional emails, product feedback, customer happiness, all sorts of really nice ones. Let's do support. Call this support footer email. And again, you can do small. I would probably do small in an email. Let's say next. How do you feel about this email? I would be like something about how do you feel about this support, and then leave that the same. Pick a And again, you can customize these. You see this customize? You can pick your own. You can put your own icons in here. They have a bunch that you can select as well, which is really nice. I'm just going to leave it there. And then this is the landing page campaign. So the same kind of concept. What do you want to do when they say they're angry? You probably want to let them comment on that. So this is very matches up well with what. And look at that. It gives you a little. It tells you that you already set that one up. If they're not that happy, if they love us, maybe give them let them share or something like that. So very very nice way to set all of that up. Let's just go through and do a save to all. Hit next. You can put your brand. Now this is interesting. That's pretty nice. Let's actually drop an image in there. Uh, do I have a logo? I'll put a company logo in there just to see where the image goes. So yeah, so they'll put your little logo right there, which is nice. You might not need that. And now this is how to get it into your email. Is you've got if you're doing HTML email, you just copy that in. So that's pretty straightforward. Can't really get much easier than that. Uh, Copy. I won't take the steps in this video to do that, but now you get the idea of how that email works. And again, it's all coming back into a central dashboard for you. By looking at their support page, I mean, I think there's some pretty cool additional features you can do in terms of passing in parameters and capturing user information and things like that. I would say if you like this and you're looking to leverage more innovative and creative ways to get feedback, if anything, test it. if you're doing some feedback mechanisms and you're not getting the results that you're looking for, try this because this is kind of engaging, and Facebook has kind of put everybody into this clicking, icons to give their reaction. So definitely if you're B2C, this is nice, but I'm in the B2B and I think this would work well too because guess what? Still dealing with people even when you're dealing with brands or businesses. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page. And every week we're putting out a new video, so stay tuned for the next one.